Hello and welcome to Reboot Theater. I'm your host, the Invisible Man. And let me be the first to say, Merry Christmas! That's right, it's that time of year again. The time to reconnect with your judgy family, work yourself to the bone cooking a huge dinner, and spend 3 full paychecks on overpriced nonsense that nobody needs. Christmas! And speaking of things nobody needs, what better time of year to review the painfully bad TV movie, Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh. For those who don't remember, Drake and Josh was a mighty popular sitcom that featured relatable humor revolving around the lives of Drake Bell and Josh Peck suddenly becoming stepbrothers.
You see, my dad married his mom almost 5 years ago. I am still in shock.
The duo got into all sorts of antics, with Drake playing the straight man and Josh playing the loose cannon. Kind of like a white Keenan and Kel.
Drake! Hang on, I'm busy. Mindy just told me she loves me! What? Oh.
The episodes would usually feature the boys doing something they shouldn't, getting in trouble for it, and getting grounded.
Boys, you're both grounded.
But Dad...
Grounded 2 weeks.
But it wasn't our fault.
Upstairs.
Yes, sir.
Night.
Night.
All the while putting up with the mean pranks of their little sister Megan, played by Miranda Cosgrove. I, for one, loved this show, because it was just about 2 guys being guys. It featured relatable characters, hilarious antics, and genuinely good laughs. The series ran for 4 seasons before wrapping up in 2007, with Josh becoming the assistant manager of the Premier Theater and Drake getting a record deal with his own #1 hit.
It makes me happy.
Seems like a good way to end it, right? Well, I guess somebody didn't think so, because a year later, Nick brought back the show for an hour-long TV special, and it bombed big time. How could this lump of coal suck all the joy out of Drake and Josh? Let's take a look. The movie opens with Mom and Dad leaving to spend Christmas on a tropical island vacation. Not the whole family, just the 2 of them. Really? Christmas! A family holiday, and you want to spend it alone, separated from your kids? Oh, we are off to a great start. Then Josh has an inflatable plot device. No, really, this thing comes back around. And Megan, in all of her evilness, decides to cut it loose.
Megan! Evil!
You may be wondering, why does she do this? What could she possibly have to gain? Still, the snowman floats away, leading to a pretty lame running gag.
Hey boys, sorry I'm late. There was a monster traffic jam on Mira Mesa Boulevard all because of some crazy snowman up in the sky.
That's my snowman.
Your snowman?
Yeah.
Drake and Josh then get jobs at the mall as Santa Claus and his sack of toys. Why a sack of toys? Why not an elf costume? So many questions. All seems to be going well, except Drake keeps using the job to pick up chicks.
Do you have an older sister? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Rate her on a scale from 1 to 10.
Eventually, this backfires when there's this one girl who I swear is a sexual predator.
I'm not done with you, Santa!
Hey guys, what's the show doing right now? Oh wow, they're doing an acapella rendition of Queen with the entire cast!
We will rock you.
Hey! Sing it!
That sure sounds awesome! What do we have in this movie? Why? Why? After hiding from Rebel Wilson on crack, Drake meets the adorable little kid who you see in every Christmas movie, Mary Alice, played by Bailey Madison.
So what do you want for Christmas?
I want my family to have the best Christmas ever.
Okay, sure, you got it.
Promise? Santa!
Yes, I promise. Bye!
After the crazy woman gets institutionalized, or at least I assume that's what happened, Drake and Josh throw a traditional ugly sweater party on the roof of the premiere.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Okay, I'll give you this. Drake Bell is a good musician, and his rendition of Jingle Bells is actually pretty good. Unfortunately, it doesn't last long because some hoodlums show up and start trashing things. So Josh calls the cops, who end up arresting him instead.
What are you doing? I didn't do anything. Oh, come on.
How many times do I have to tell you guys, I'm not the theater thug? But by pure accident, he falls off the roof. No, that would have been the funny ending. And then Josh fell off the roof and died. Merry Christmas! No, by some miracle, he actually survives a 3-story drop into a pickup truck.
I got it.
Great! How about you get me out of here? Hello? Hello? Anyone?
There, he's trying to get away!
What follows next cannot be put into words, so just watch. Really?
What's the life cycle for SOS?
Okay, where to begin with this? First off, why don't these guys notice the police sirens? Even if they don't hear them, shouldn't they still notice the flashing lights? Second, why do the cops just stop their pursuit? Shouldn't they still pull over the truck that tried to help Josh escape? Third, how is this funny? Oh no, Josh is accidentally being kidnapped against his will, and now the cops think he was resisting arrest. That's not funny, it's just stupid! It's a little inconvenient, but that's about it. So Josh spends the night in jail, where we meet the best character in the film. Bludge.
Hi, I'm Josh Nichols.
Bludge is badass. I love Bludge. Starting with his name, Bludge. It's got such a ring to it. It's like, hey, don't step on my toes or I'll crush yours. Second, he puts up a tough guy demeanor, but he's actually a pretty nice guy. Like when he pretends to beat up Josh so he can maintain his street cred. Bludge, the one good reason this movie was made. Then Drake realizes he still has to keep the promise to marry Alice by giving her family the best Christmas they've ever had. But he can't do that without Josh's help, so he decides to break him out of prison.
I made a promise to a little girl, and I need your help to keep it.
How'd you get over the prison wall? That doesn't matter. And how'd you know which cell I'd be in? Oh, that's not important. And how do you plan to get back over the wall with no one seeing you? Details. The point is, I'm here and I'm getting you out. But as you probably guessed, Drake gets caught too, and gets put on trial with Josh.
Resisting arrest. Damaging state property. Gentlemen, you are facing years and years and years in prison.
Really? Murderers get out in 5 years! How severe were their crimes? Josh was wrongly arrested and kidnapped, and Drake was just getting an innocent man out of jail. The real question should be, why are we still standing here and wasting time? But Helen, acting as their lawyer, convinces the judge to let them go because Drake made a Christmas promise to a little girl.
Yes, I understand. But madam...
If you put these boys in jail, you will be directly preventing them from fulfilling their responsibility, which in turn would make you equally responsible for breaking a Christmas promise to a bright-eyed little girl who's sweet like sugar and smells like shampoo.
Okay, writers. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but judges don't care about your personal life. They care about upholding the law.
You can't break a Christmas promise. Yeah! You can't break a Christmas promise!
I can't believe you expect this to work!
Since your records show no prior violations of the law, I will not put you in jail this time.
I can't believe that actually worked! And what do you mean they haven't broken the law before? I seem to remember they've blown through a stop sign, driven with a busted taillight, driven without a license, used fake IDs to sneak into a 21 and over club, impersonated a doctor, manslaughtered a pilot, crashed his helicopter, bound and gagged their own father, locked him in a closet, and conspired with criminals to kidnap the governor! These guys are a walking time bomb of trouble! Still, because of movie logic, the judge makes a deal with the brothers and offers them freedom on the condition that they fulfill Drake's promise to give Mary Alice and her family the best Christmas ever.
If you do not give this little girl and her family the best Christmas ever, I will put you in jail and melt the key down myself.
For 2 completely non-violent crimes, you are threatening them with life imprisonment? Who does this judge think he is? From there, they meet with their parole officer, Perry Gilbert, or as I'll be calling him, the Grinch.
According to Judge Newman, you are to make sure that Mary Alice Johansson and her foster family have the best Christmas ever. I don't know what that means, and I don't really care.
In case you haven't guessed yet, I hate Christmas. I always eat all the cookies myself, and I don't save any for Santa. So the boys drive across town to fulfill Drake's promise to marry Alice. But not before some stupid bullshit. I know! Why do we need a reminder of that? Eventually they get where they're going, and the Grinch follows them there just to cause trouble.
You guys want to make 50 bucks?
The boys meet Mary Alice's foster family, who aren't really into the Christmas traditions the boys tried to teach them.
Move, Trey!
What's going on in the show right now? Whoa, the boys are doing a tribute to the Blues Brothers, and Josh ends with a flip move! That sounds awesome! What do we have in this movie?
Wrong! Ah! You're stretching my shirt!
The boys decide to formulate a better plan and come back later. But as they're leaving, the Grinch's thugs steal their clothes and he finds them for public nudity.
Man, we got jumped. You should be going after the guys who... Whoa, my car! Why is he taking my car?
Because it's blue. Don't worry, you can get it back from the police impound lot for $900.
Okay, so obviously you should go straight to the chief of police, get this mofo fired, and dispute these charges, right? Nope. Not even gonna try. Okay then.
Either put on some clothes or join a gym.
So the boys ask Megan to help them deal with their parole officer, and they promise her a high-end Smith Royal oboe if she helps them. Megan agrees, then takes the tracking chips out of their ankle bracelets. What follows next is at least a little funny.
Where is he, Patrick?
At the intersection of Conch and Coral.
That's where I am.
Aw, who's getting frustrated?
My sister gets back on New Year's, so you can have it till then.
Okay, what kind of shirt just says college? Isn't that a little generic? Yeah, I went to college for 4 years. Then on the day I graduated, I went to the store and bought a case of beer. Then I went to the old abandoned amusement park and drank with a guy named Guy. My life is so interesting. So with Scrooge out of the way, the boys go with the family to pick out a Christmas tree.
What I don't get is why Santa Claus comes down the chimney. What if he gets stuck? How's he gonna reach his cell phone?
I don't know.
That one line could answer every question I have about this movie. Like, when does it get funny?
I don't know.
Why did the entire cast say yes to this?
I don't know.
Why aren't I watching a real Christmas movie right now?
I don't know.
Long story short, they are unsuccessful at getting a tree. So... this.
There.
That's our Christmas tree?
That's pathetic.
If you squint, it looks kind of nice.
A lawn chair. Couldn't get a tree, so you got a lawn chair out of the garbage. A lawn chair. I would have settled for a Charlie Brown tree, but a lawn chair? How is that even close? What's wrong with these guys? What's your next brilliant plan? Sorry kids, I don't have any milk to give to Santa, so let's give him heroin instead! But their plan goes belly up when Megan finds out the boys don't have any fancy oboe to give her, and they just lied to get her help.
What do you mean?
Trevor called. I asked him about his grandfather's oboe, and he had no idea what I was talking about. So you boobs can deal with your parole officer yourselves, because I put the chips back in your ankle bracelets.
The next day, the boys go Christmas caroling with the family. And as you probably guessed, it doesn't go as planned.
A partridge in a pear tree on the second day of Christmas.
But for once, the movie actually does something fun.
Okay, all right, you guys, listen. I know a better way to sing this.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming,
11 pipers piping,
10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing,
8 maids a milking.
6 geese a laying.
Huzzah! This movie finally got interesting!
And a partridge in a pear, a partridge in a pear, a partridge in a pear tree. So
what happens next? Well, the Grinch shows up to spoil the fun, of course. Seriously, report to this guy! Go over his head and tell his boss what he's doing! How is this a bad plan? In a way, they do go talk to his boss. Josh goes to his mother's house to ask why Mr. Grinch is such a bully.
As a little boy, he loved Christmas so much. And there was one present he always wanted more than any other. A monkey.
Oh wait, don't tell me. He never got a monkey, so now he hates Christmas, right? Ah! I knew it! I knew it! He asked for a monkey like a chimpanzee. No wonder he's so messed up. But really he hates Christmas because one fateful Christmas morning, this happened.
And that's when things went terribly wrong. The monkey went berserk.
A monkey!
And then, the tinkling. Its bladder empty. The monkey jumped out the window, never to be seen again.
Okay, yeah, that would scar me for life. But that alone makes him hate everything Christmas related? I just don't get that. Okay, so one gift you got wasn't as great as you thought it'd be. That's every Christmas ever! Lots of gifts don't live up to the hype. How would that make you hate Christmas? So to help him get over his fear of primates, Drake and Josh decide to give Mr. Grinch the gift of a really sweet monkey.
Each monkey comes with its own certificate of sweetness.
Oh hey, I just got a certificate too! Yeah, it says that I'm a licensed neurosurgeon and a rocket scientist. Oh wait, that's right. I made this myself with a template! What's a piece of paper gonna prove? How do you know it's not BS?
Is this meant to be your shield, Lord Stark? A piece of paper.
A monkey!
So the next day, the boys prepare a float to take the family on the local Christmas parade. But wouldn't you know it, Mr. Grinch shows up to spoil their fun.
You better remind them that they have to give those kids the best Christmas they ever had, or Drake and Josh go to jail.
So Crazy Steve, in all his ignorance, lets it slip that Drake and Josh are doing all this so they won't have to go back to prison.
A judge said that Drake and Josh have to give you guys the best Christmas ever, or else they gotta go back to prison.
Okay, it's official. You officially suck.
The three words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote, stink, stank, stunk.
Come on, man. It's one thing to give two grown men a hard time, but ruining Christmas for young children. How heartless can you be? So the family leaves the boys thinking that they never really cared about them, and the brothers awake Christmas morning when they have to go back to prison. But then at the last second, Josh gets an idea.
30 years with 27 inches of the white stuff.
That's it. That's how we keep the promise.
By giving them a white Christmas in San Diego, Drake and Josh can still squeak out a win. So they borrow Crazy Steve's wood chipper, get a metric ton of ice, and prepare to...
Let it snow, brother!
Yay! Wait, they have tested this, right?
That's not snow! That's ice!
This was my grandmother's blender. She wanted you to have it.
Turn it off! Turn it off! Why are they turning it off? Do you think they know how to turn it off?
How do you turn this thing
Good God! This isn't a Christmas special, it's a horror film!
Mary Alice, get out of the way! How do you turn this thing
Stephen King's Night of the Ice Shards, rated R. By the way, this is the one time the Grinch should have shown up to stop them. Where's that guy when you need him? Well, apparently the sweet monkey arrived, even though it's clearly another chimp, and the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes that day, blah 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 blah. He brings Drake and Josh home, and then the next morning he thanks them for their gift.
I love her. I love her so much. Thank you, guys.
But unfortunately, he asked Mary Alice and her family what kind of Christmas they'd had. And if the boys weren't going to prison before, they definitely are now.
Okay.
Let's go.
Show? Whoa! The boys think they murdered a great magician, only to find out it was his greatest trick ever, and he appears at his own funeral alive! Awesomeness! Movie? I feel you, brother. Oh wait, because as it turns out...
Merry Christmas!
The family is actually grateful for Drake and Josh destroying their home and putting all of their lives at risk. Because TV logic! So Mr. Grinch asks the family to vote yes or no on whether they've had the best Christmas ever. And of course they all vote yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes!
Hooray! So now they don't have to go back to jail! Even though they should be in jail for reckless endangerment and property damage, but still, for the sake of the plot, none of those charges will be filed. So stupid. Then somebody comes down the chimney.
It's Santa Claus!
But it's not Santa. It's the true meaning of Christmas. The one reason for being. Our Lord and Savior. Oh yeah!
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas, and all that stuff.
Blanche, hooray! Once again, you grace us with your presents!
And the real Santa wanted me to bring you guys these.
And so the kids get awesome toys, Megan gets her fancy oboe, and Helen gets a new boyfriend. He somehow knew exactly what everyone wanted. But why did he use the chimney? What's wrong with the front door? And how did he know the kids would be there? And how did he know about the promised oboe? Whoa, maybe he is Santa. But it's not over yet, as Crazy Steve reformed his Bumble and gave her a job.
Hey! Merry Christmas! Look!
How'd you make it work?
Cheese! 7,000 pounds of hard cheese!
Yes, this is happening. Since real snow didn't work, he swapped out the ice for cheese. But hey, this isn't the least bit gross. But wait, there's more! Mom and Dad came home early because their tropical island wasn't all it was cracked up to be. But wait, there's even more! You know that super important snowman we wasted all that time on? Apparently he's turned sentient because he shows up again at the very end! And that was Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh. Ho ho ho, who wouldn't know? This is a terrible special. I mean awful. This was right around the beginning of the end for Nickelodeon. They clearly weren't putting any effort into their shows anymore, and they were just spitting out whatever lame humor came to mind.
My head is full of pretty lumps.
Fascinating. Yeah, this was just a mess. While it was cool to see the whole cast reunite for this TV movie, and Drake and Josh are still just as funny as they used to be, the movie needed a better script. The Grinch is not an interesting character in this because the whole time, he's just so one-dimensionally evil. You don't want to see him change his ways, you just want to see him fail. And while the show did slapstick in moderation, the movie goes way overboard. Just randomly destroying things is not funny, but a person's reaction to it can be.
Alright, let's go, because then I'll be able to take a shower afterwards.
You see, that's funny. It's unexpected, and seeing Drake and Josh freak out is what adds humor to the scene. But in this movie, it's a literal drive-by! You don't see anyone's response to this, so there's no humor to be had. Couple that with some really weird and or scary scenes.
Crazy monkey!
And you've got a recipe for disaster. I love Drake and Josh, and I know they deserve better than this. This show captivated me with all of its antics and humor. I love the crazy things it did, I love the crazy pranks Megan pulled on them, and I love the way they always played off of each other for humor.
Hug me, brother! Now hug me, brother!
Quick one. The show was awesome. But this is not Drake and Josh. This is just a shallow cash grab made to look like a show I loved. This holiday season, I advise you to avoid this like fruitcake. I'm the Invisible Man, and when there's a crappy TV movie, I've got it covered.